Hi, my name is Martha, and today I will present my project for the class Programming Machine Learning, CSC 478. This project uses data coming from Kaggle, which consists of more than 37,000 pictures. That corresponds to 60 different fruits or classes. The dataset is already divided into training and validation, 75 and 25% of the whole dataset. Since we are not working with text and we're using pictures instead, we needed to write our own Python script, process images. This script generates 64 dimension features, vectors. Each vector corresponds to one image, and each component of the 64 features represents a possible combination of colors. The script will generate CSV images for training and validation. After loading the process image into data frames and NumPy arrays, we are ready to do some data visualization. First, we use scribe in the training dataset, and for instance, we can see that the 64 features have the same value for count, which is an indication that there is no missing values. Also, we can observe that V63 has the highest mean value. V63 corresponds to the color white, which is the background of each picture. So the highest value for V63 is expected because all the pictures have a background. We then did some correlation matrices, but due to the size of the matrix, it's hard to understand, so we decided to plot the same correlation matrix in a graphical way. We then plot some box plots, and once again we see V63 with highest mean value. We also wanted to understand the distribution of the data in the 60 different classes, and we can see there is a couple of exceptions, but in general the 60 classes have balanced data. We now are ready to do some classification, and for that we use KNN, naive Bayes, decision trees, linear discriminant, and clustering. In all the cases we use tenfold cross-validation and Euclidean distance. With KNN we tried different neighbors from 1 to 20, and the best result corresponded to one neighbor with a 95% mean score. We then rebuilt the classifier using one neighbor, and we applied the validation data set, and we got a 96% accuracy. We did some predictions, and then we tried naive Bayes. For naive Bayes, we got an accuracy of 91% for training and 90% for validation. For decision trees, we tried entropy for criterion and Gini. We also ran minimum sample split from 4 to 19. We did some plots with the results, and we concluded that using Gini and a minimum split of 6, we got the best decision tree. And we obtained a 91% accuracy using the validation dataset. We then used linear discriminant, and we got a mean score of 86% for the training and 86% for the validation. We then used clustering using the 64 features, and we obtained completeness and homogeneity of 82% and 79%. We then decided to do some dimensionality reduction to see if we could reduce the number of features from 64. And we found that with 18 components, we were able to explain 95% of the data. We did some plots. We then proceed to run clustering using 18 components only. And we found that using 64 features and using 18 features didn't make much difference in the values of completeness and homogeneity. In conclusion, we found that the best classifier was KNN with one neighbor, and clustering was good to use 18 components or 64 components.